Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. It's time to do some primary school science.
Yes, it is, because that's all we're going to need to take down the big man himself, Eric Dubay, later on in this video. But before we get to that, we have another contender for the most pointless flat earth experiment ever, plus Ranty Flat Earth proves the globe yet again in spectacular fashion. But before we get to that, I wonder, what's on Flat Earth TV at the minute?
Hello and welcome to Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes.
Oh, it's Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes by Patricia Steer. She looks really nice. Hi, Patricia.
Your hair looks freshly cut.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm touched you noticed.
Did you do that yourself in the mirror in the dark?
You know what, you can go off some people. Let's see what else is on. Well, wait a minute. This says Ranty Flat Earth is debating conspiracy cats live.
Here we go, we got a bit of feedback echo there. There we go.
Hey, Ranty. Nice to see you.
Hi, Conspiracy Flaps, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. Did you know I'm a physics teacher?
Let's see what's on MTV.
He hangs around with Simon and to deny the earth is flat. And everybody laughs when he gets out his big whiteboard. If he's really a teacher, then we're really quite appalled.
Del, everybody's picking on me this week, man. Why?
Because you're a fucking dingbat.
Anyway, let's move on. This week's entry for 2019's most pointless flat earth experiment.
Okay, people, this is where they say we live, on this spinning ball. But right here, I have a video to disprove the spinning ball.
Yes, it's our friend Inrem again. Remember him?
I wasn't subject to all the fluoride treatment and all the chemicals in the food. It didn't affect my brain.
Anyway, he's back with another amazing experiment we can all do at home to disprove the globe Earth.
The bubble is quite level in my instrument, and I'm gonna go to work. And now I'm gonna go to work, and here about 3 minutes into shift, I'm out of level again. And I don't go back into level. It won't go back into level. I don't have to continually adjust my machine, my instruments. Nobody does. Once you set them up, they're set up for indefinite until they get impacted by something or you move them.
What? Del, does this guy think a globe has its own gravitational pull? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, inevitably, this is a conclusion our friend Inrem arrives at.
So, if that ain't evidence enough that we don't live on no spinning ball, I feel sorry for you.
Inrem, congratulations on another fantastic entry for the most pointless flat earth experiment of 2019. Is there anything you'd like to say? Wise words indeed. I need a globe hero.
These are the adventures of
Ranty, the flat earther.
as he explores the strange world known to Fraggles as
The globe.
So for those of you who don't know, Ranty Flat Earth is the Frank Spencer of flat earthers, and he can't help calamitously proving the globe every time he makes a video. Now when I watch his next video, I'm not going to be watching it alone. Please say hello to my new co-host, Scotty Storm.
You give enough power to a woman and she'll destroy herself.
Ladies and gentlemen, please say goodbye to Scotty Storm. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but I didn't say it. The guy's an idiot. Play Ranty's clip. Oh, sue me again?
Over in this direction, it's quite beautiful actually. We're seeing the mountains of Wales.
Ah yes, the beautiful mountains of North Wales. What a beautiful part of the UK. Let's have a look. Ranty, if the Earth was flat, wouldn't those mountains have to look bigger than the much, much smaller wind turbines in front of them, rather than the wind turbines being taller than the mountains? Are you sure the Earth is flat?
I could be completely wrong.
And of course you are wrong. Check this out. Ranty, that's you. Now, here are the wind turbines. We know how tall they are. Here are the Welsh mountains. We know how tall they are. Thank you, Google Earth. And we know the distance from you to each of these. Thank you, Google Earth. Now, if I know the distance, that's the adjacent of our triangle, the height is the opposite of our triangle, and that will give us the angular size. Bit of basic trigonometry for you. Now, if the angular size of the wind turbine on a flat Earth is still smaller than the angular size of the mountain on a flat Earth, then those wind turbines should never look taller. Now, I've done these numbers, and I'm giving you a week's notice to prepare your defence, because in a week's time, I'll be releasing a video on the Baldy Cats channel showing how you've totally destroyed flat Earth once again.
Anyway, congratulations on that.
Thank you. I do feel quite smug. What do you think, Conspiracy Flaps?
Did you know I'm a physics teacher?
So ever since I started Conspiracy Cats, I've been hounded by flat earthers to try and debunk an Eric Dubay video, instead of going after the low-hanging fruit like Ranty Flat Earth and Scotty Storm. No offence, Scotty. So I gave it a go this week, and I really wish I hadn't bothered. Check this out. See if you can spot my cameo in the opening scene.
If you fill a balloon with helium, a substance lighter than the nitrogen, oxygen, and other elements which compose the air around it, the balloon will immediately fly upwards.
Yeah, for any new subscribers, I've been accused in the past of looking like a cross between Jimmy Somerville and a potato. Anyway, his video starts off alright. He's managed to go a whole sentence without saying anything wrong. Let's crack on.
If you fill a balloon with hydrogen, a substance even lighter than helium, the balloon will fly upwards even faster.
He is good, isn't he?
If you blow a dandelion seed out of your hands, a substance just barely heavier than the air, it will float away and slowly but eventually fall to the ground.
Slowly and eventually fall to the ground.
Now this has absolutely nothing to do with gravity. The fact that light things rise up and heavy things fall down is simply a natural property of weight and density.
Oh God, and he started off so well. You know what, this is seriously now getting depressing. The same nonsense week in, week out.
Conspiracy Cats.
No, you can't cheer me up, man.
Conspiracy Cats.
No, don't even try.
Conspiracy Cats.
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He always knows how to cheer me up. Bless him. Right, okay, for those Eric Dubay fanboys out there, let's have a look at what evidence he actually has to offer to back up this ridiculous claim. Here we go.
Lady Blunt says, most people in England have either read or heard that Sir Isaac Newton's theory of gravitation was originated by his seeing an apple fall to the earth from a tree in his garden. Persons gifted with ordinary common sense would say that the apple fell down to earth because, bulk for bulk, it was heavier than the surrounding air.
Okay, so piece of evidence number one. Apparently, some Lady Blunt said it. No, that is not Cockney rhyming slang.
Wilbur Voliva, a famous flat earther in the early 20th century, gave lectures all over America against Newtonian astronomy.
Piece of evidence number two. This guy, Voliva, also didn't believe it. What a Lady Blunt. In fact, the whole first half of this video by Eric Dubay shows him just quoting us, flat earthers from the past, who say they don't believe in gravity. Listen.
David Wardlaw Scott says, Lady Blunt and Albert Smith wrote,
You see, as a general rule of thumb, I'd always take it that just because a flat earther says something doesn't make it true. Like this.
Give a woman enough money, a man's money, she'll spend it. You know.
So, after Eric Dubay finishes quoting flat earthers from the past for about 10 minutes, he then goes on to repeat the same old tired nonsense that we've heard debunked time after time after time. Check it out.
They claim that gravity also somehow allows people, buildings, the oceans, and all of nature to exist on the underside of their ball Earth without falling off.
Yes, because down only means towards the centre of the Earth. Flaps, have you got a textbook you can lend this guy?
I've brought my physics book with me. This is the modern law of physics. And in this book, I can find everything I want about anything to do with physics.
Now, even if gravity did exist, Why would it cause both planets to orbit the sun and people to stick to the Earth?
Look, there'll be a more detailed video on the Baldy Cats channel, but essentially, imagine it like this. A planet in orbit is something that's falling. Somebody who's on the surface of the Earth has already landed.
Gravity should either cause people to float in suspended circular orbits around the Earth, or it should cause the Earth to be pulled and crashed into the sun.
Only if this force here is significantly larger than this.
Newton also theorized, and it is now commonly taught, that the Earth's ocean tides are caused by gravitational lunar attraction. If the Moon is only 2,160 miles in diameter, and the Earth 8,000 miles, however, using their own math and law, it follows that the Earth is 87 times more massive, and therefore the larger body should attract the smaller to it, and not the other way around.
Now, out of all the times Eric Dubay displays his ignorance and confusion in this video, this is the one question I can forgive him on, because the tides are actually a lot more complicated than people think. If you check out the link in the description here, it will take you to a video on the Baldy Cats channel where I will in depth explain how the tides work and the role of the moon in that. I won't put it on here because it will just drag this video on and make it far too boring. In terms of Eric Dubay, I have been asked time and time again by flat earthers to check out his stuff, and it was rubbish. It was really, really rubbish. It was, you know what? It was more rubbish than this.
I have a video to disprove the spinning ball.
And this. And even this.
Thank you for having me.
So please, if you want to ask me to check out an Eric Dubay point again, please send me a timestamp on the video, because I really don't fancy wading through all this guff and nonsense again. It was really painful. It's got me depressed and I feel like dancing. Music, anybody?
Oh, Baldy Cats, whacker, he wears a wanker's hat. He hangs around with Simon and to deny the earth is flat. And everybody laughs when he gets out his big whiteboard. If he's really a teacher, then we're really quite appalled.
Cats, cats, conspiracy cats. No one quite like him to flatten the flats. So come feel the vibe, like and subscribe, and take off your hats to conspiracy.